People swear Chipotle workers used to serve bigger scoops in the early days. Some even claim there was a secret promise that every burrito should barely close. Most people think it's only about generosity, but the real reason behind those giant portions started long before the first tortilla was rolled. It began with one idea that Chipotle never expected would change fast food. Let me take you back to where that idea was born, because once you see how it started, the whole story makes sense. When Chipotle's opened in Denver, the restaurant wasn't trying to make enormous meals. The founder, Steve Ells, just wanted the food to look full and inviting. He had trained as a chef, not a fast food manager, so he thought the best way to make customers trust the food was to stack it high in plain sight. Food sitting in shallow pans didn't give the fresh kitchen look he wanted, so he used deep pans filled to the top. That simple choice changed everything. When the workers scooped rice or beans, the portion came out bigger because of the angle of the spoon and the depth of the pan. People loved it, and the line outside grew. Customers weren't just satisfied, they felt like they got a real meal, not a snack wrapped in paper. This created a problem for Chipotle. You can shrink portions when no one is watching, but when customers see every scoop being made right in front of them, the expectation locks in. The company learned that people didn't want a small meal. They wanted a meal that stretched from one end of the bowl to the other. And this is where the real story begins. As Chipotle expanded, it discovered something surprising. People weren't coming just for Mexican-style food. They were coming because the meal felt worth the money. A single bowl could feed a college student for the whole day. A burrito could feel like a small weight in your hand. That value turned Chipotle into a favorite for students and workers rushing between shifts. The portion size became a silent marketing tool. Chipotle didn't need flashy ads. It didn't need billboards on every corner. Customers did the advertising for them. They posted photos of bowls filled so high that the lid bowed upward. They bragged about 2 meals in one bowl. They told friends that Chipotle offered fast food that didn't feel cheap. Once that reputation formed, Chipotle couldn't break it. If a bowl looked lighter than what a customer got last time, they complained. Some even whipped out their phones and filmed the scooping. That kind of pressure forced Chipotle to hold on to the large portion identity even when food costs went up. But there's one more piece many people don't know. And by the way, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Most fast food chains shrink their portions the moment expenses climb. Chipotle tried it once. People noticed immediately. Social media flooded with complaints. Sales dropped in several stores. Managers heard the same line again and again. This isn't the Chipotle I know. Chipotle learned a key lesson. Cutting portions cost them more in loyalty than it saved in food expenses. Their entire brand was tied to generosity and transparency. Since everything is prepared in front of you, there's no way to hide smaller servings behind a kitchen door. So they took a different path. They raised menu prices little by little and kept the scoops closer to what customers expected. The big bowl didn't just stay because of kindness. It stayed because it protected the company. It kept the long lines. It kept the image of real food that fills you up. Chipotle realized that value beats savings. A huge bowl keeps customers coming back far more than a slightly cheaper but smaller one. Now here's the part most customers overlook. Big portions attract crowds, but they also come with a health catch. A Chipotle bowl can look simple and fresh, but the calories stack up fast. A bowl can jump to extreme calorie levels when you mix rice, cheese, sour cream, and certain meats. It feels healthy because you see real ingredients, but the size turns it into a heavy meal without noticing. This wasn't Chipotle's goal. They built big portions for value and appearance, not nutrition. But once it became their identity, there was no turning back. That's why many people walk out of Chipotle feeling full but also tired. The bowl is twice the size of a regular fast food meal. Some customers think they're eating clean, but the serving size quietly doubles everything. Chipotle knows customers expect the bowl to be full, not halfway, not barely there, full. And that expectation is stronger than any trend or menu update. The company understands that the portions are a signature. Changing them would damage trust and make the line shrink fast. So the huge portions will stay,
Not because Chipotle wants to spoil customers, not because the workers are being generous, but because the entire brand was built on a simple visual trick that turned into a national expectation. And now, that expectation is too powerful to change. This story shows how one small decision shaped the whole chain. But Chipotle has another secret hiding behind its menu that most people never notice, and it's tied to the flavors you taste in every bowl. The reason those flavors stand out has a story of its own, and it might be the most surprising part of Chipotle's rise.